Hey guys, welcome back. Well, this is a different intro. This is a, I don't know, 2024 intro. First time back in the shop this year as far as doing this video. But over the New Year's, I had, talked to friends, family, customers, so on and so forth. Pretty much about this YouTube gig. Not so much a gig, obviously, but kind of came to the conclusion that if this channel actually goes big, I get monetized, so on and so forth, because isn't that the dream of every YouTuber, to actually make money off of the YouTube? I mean, who knows? But anyway, I digress and regress to this. If that so happens to where the monetization starts to offset repair costs, I'll pass savings on to the customers. So that means, well, besides parts, don't get me wrong. So that means if I'm making my hourly rate plus some, so always good, I'll cut whatever, whatever repair cost is off as far as the labor goes. So, I don't know, incentive for you guys watching, like, share, subscribe, leaving comments, boosting the channel. Also incentive if, you want basically free work done. Not gonna say it's gonna happen all at once, but I am a man of my word and I will make that happen if you guys make that happen. So, with that said, cue the music, enjoy a break video, because man, this thing fought me. What is that? Anywho. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. First time seeing this, 1972 Karmann Ghia revival project. It's been off the road for many, many years, as far as I know, or as far as the owner knows. The person I am working on it for. Yeah. Anywho's, first episode on this car, we got this thing running with basically the bare minimum, just so I can, tell engine health. So, check. It works. This one, I gotta get brakes on this thing because I need to know health of the transmission. If it works, I mean, I know I could row through the gears, but it's unloaded, obviously, it's in the air, You can put a broken transmission will do things if there's no load on it, unless it's completely explodicated. So, that and clutch, because I still don't know if I'm pulling the engine. It doesn't leak, it's full of oil currently, so rear main to me seems like it's good, so there's, I'm not going to pull the engine, obviously, if I don't have to. But if it comes down to it needs a clutch, then we'll do the rear main and all that stuff as well as the clutch. But with that said, this episode, we're going to get brakes on. So going to do, hopefully all the hard lines cooperate, and it's not going to be like that 72, 73 Super, to where soft lines, wheel cylinders, shoes, spring kit in the rear, and just soft lines in the front, because I'm hoping those calipers are good. I was under the car, and I think I had it in the first video. I was under the car. They look like they've been replaced with, aftermarket MBs. So I'm hoping they're newer enough to where they'll come around. All the lines, all the soft lines look bad. I mean, they look original, and the hard lines, well, I mean, they look hardliney, and if I have to replace them, I have to replace them. But yeah, again, bare minimum to do that. Oh yeah, and a new master. I'm not even gonna. I don't, for the price of a master, it's just peace of mind just putting in a new one. That one could work, but I mean, we're doing the brakes anyway, and the last thing you want to do is get everything put on and find out you have a junk master, or hell, get it on the road and find out the master, takes a poop. I know there's no reservoir or no fluid in the reservoir, so I don't know if there's anything still left in the lines. Heck, I don't even know if I have a blown line, put it that way. So with that said, let me get this thing up in the air. We'll start on this side, we'll start on the rear, start doing some shoes and lines. Hopefully this thing's gonna go easy. I have to find my torch. Yeah, we gotta find a torch. But after we do all that, after we get brakes, hopefully trans is good, clutch is good, and we don't have to pull the engine, then it's what I've been procrastinating on, electrical. And a lot of that has to do with waiting on parts, because there are no relays, this thing is just wires. So I digress, regress. Let me get this thing in the air. We'll start doing some brakes, and hopefully this thing's going to cooperate, because that would be ideal, and I need a win in the brake department compared to the last car. I'll be right back. All right, first thing, I'll bring you in closer, don't worry. First thing, we're gonna blow off these tires, and yeah. That is on there. Well, my blue one won't take it off, and I gotta swap out to my red one. Someone put on all of the Torx, because, well, it's tight. It's too tight. And we're missing a lug nut already. Good. Off to a good start. All right, get this tire off. Yeah, I was looking at the date codes. If you didn't know, tires are date coded. At least there's a cotter. Because that's one way, if I don't have any paperwork or anything like that, to see at least when the car was parked. And unfortunately, those tires are brand new, within at least date coded. I think they came out to 2 years old at this point, so 2020. So yeah, year 2 years old. So I still don't know how long this thing sat, but you can tell by the way. By the way, this thing is. My speculation is it went into a body shop or a friend's place to, get worked on or work done to it, and lost interest, lost funding, so on and so forth. And that's where it went, because the more I look at it, while it sort of presents well, color's good is what I'm getting at. I mean, it's there. The car was never finished out. All the seals are missing, like door seals, engine seals, so on and so forth. They're all missing. Obviously, stuff's not connected. That is filled with putty. That is really filled with putty. But doesn't matter. It's not what it's in here for. All right. You gonna cooperate? Hello, compressor. Okie dokes. You go here now. Wheel in my little service cart. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, I am just now making a mess. Have you tried these icy cold ice pop flavored primes? They're quite delicious. All right, what do we got? Wiggle, wiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Well, you can tell it's been sitting, obviously. You got rust and stuff. Not a big deal. You can tell it has been sitting. Wasn't like it was parked yesterday. All right, let's see what we got going on in here. Come on, follow along. It's not like you have a choice. Grab a flashlight. And then maybe we'll plug in a normal light. I don't know. All right, what does it look like in here? Well, the shoes look like they're fairly brand new. Everything in here looks actually fairly brand new. Wheel cylinders. They look new. Everything. Spring kit was reused. That's not new. And that looks like maybe the wheel cylinder was leaking. Or it could have been from bleeding. I don't know. But there is moisture on that spring. Yeah. All right, so it looks like it did have a new, rear kit put into it, which is fine. These hard lines, when I pull it out, I'll show you. Or not hard lines, soft lines. They're toasty. But like I said, for peace of mind, don't know how long this is sitting. Don't know if these pads are going to separate. Don't know if the wheel cylinders are going to work. Because it looks new, doesn't mean it's going to work. If you, obviously work on your cars and found out that also new parts don't mean that they work, because, well, last brake job I went through a master cell, or one master, yeah, one master, because I was fighting it just leaking. But yeah, just because it's new doesn't mean it works. Like I said, that the master itself is dry, the reservoir. So, I mean, that's, you know, good. So I don't know if like I said, I don't know if they just never got around to bleeding these things, or if it was a rush job, slapped stuff on and just forgot about it, or if there's a leak. I also don't know what I just said because I'm rambling, which is fine. But yeah, I don't know how to make brakes excited, guys. I've done them way too much. This is missing its, no, it can't, oh, it's here. I think I do every revival, obviously. I think I do brakes on. Very, very seldom, but yeah, these are brand new. Very seldomly do I not touch the braking system, because at the end of the day, you know, I have to drive this thing, and I want to have brakes. I've lost brakes on this channel before because of a brand new faulty master. Oh, nice. No retention clip on this. Good thing I'm pretty sure I have another one, which is fine. Do these kits come with them? Because I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I ordered some. They do not. I don't understand why they don't give you that clip, but it doesn't matter. All right. Are you going to be a 7 back here? Let's get this wheel cylinder out. Probably make a mess on the floor if there is residual fluid. Yep, it was a 7. Pull this, pull the line, the hard line. Still 11. Yep. And it wasn't even that tight. Perfect. So it seems like whoever at least was working on this car or doing stuff on this car, sorta had a brain and did a moon tune it, which is obviously good. That factory soft line, like I said, when I pull it, I'll show you. It doesn't look like it's ever been out. It looks like it's original to whatever, 72. Maybe it got changed in the 80s. I don't know. I'm speculating. But it's, what I'm getting at is it looks like it'll fight me. Then again, I thought this was going to fight me. Especially, like I said, when I see new components, I get a little leery. I've been bit way, way too many times on over torque. I think these are only supposed to be torqued to, if you wanted to use math specs or whatever, or factory specs, they're only supposed to be like torqued to 11 or 15 foot-pounds. It's not much, guys. It's and torqued. So that's where I'm at. Also, because this thing has all the undercoating under this thing, on everything. Yeah, backing these nuts out is nice. Don't get me wrong, it looks like it's nice. I mean, don't get me wrong, I use undercoating, but I don't use it into places where it looks like I'm using it to hide things. Mainly wheel wells, floor pan. More for protection. I don't do, you know, obviously the frame, heater boxes, engine, transmission, brake lines. Seems a little excessive. All right. Pop. That's good. That's a good noise. I like it. Hey, would you look at that? There's the horseshoe clip that is supposed to be on the brake. That's good. Well, don't leak on my I hate brake fluid leaking on paint. All right, that's good. Let me get off the soft line and also plug in a light so you guys can kind of see what's going on. I have an extension cord somewhere. Right behind me, dummy. Oh, this should be a good long enough trip hazard. Well, I goofed up slightly, when I ordered parts. Technically, I did not, but my years of experience kind of negated the fact that I received the wrong brake hoses. Because this is for, not this. I need to thread the nipple, the male side on this to go in and out. These are what, swing axle? Swing axle use these? Anywho, they're not for this. If you look it up on the O'Reillys, I might have searched the wrong car. Might have searched a 68 Ghia, which shouldn't matter. But yeah, I gotta run, grab brake hoses, and then we'll continue this when I get the right parts. Fronts are good though, so we're plus there. And I think this is how I ended up with extra brake lines last time, except I can't find them because I think I did the opposite last time. I think I ordered a swing axle and I needed IRS and got the reverse. Anywho, I'm procrastinating. I gotta run before the store closes and yeah, pick them up. At least they're in stock. That's a good thing. Make friends with your hubs, guys. Not gonna lie. They bail you out a lot. All right, I'm back, obviously, moved. I got the right brake lines. Anywho's, let's get back to what I was doing and getting these brake lines off. Well, the soft lines anyway. Hopefully they cooperate. Yes, nice. 17 on the back, 14 on the forward side. Line nuts are obviously still 11. Unless they changed in your scenario, but for this one, they're still factories. Yeah, dumb mistakes like that, ordering parts, verifying the parts, and then realizing that the parts that you verified are wrong, and then having to take, 45 minutes an hour out of whatever you're doing to then go remedy the situation. Good thing they were in stock. Yeah, you really can't bill a customer for that. So, we all make mistakes. At least, this one wasn't too dire, and it was in stock. So timelines, other than adding an hour because I'm an idiot, still fine. But, all right, let me come on, line nut. Get this guy loose, then we'll break the thing from up there. And because I'm going to replace, I might be able to spin it off. But yeah, I loosen the soft side or the this side first because, well, you have to. Because the other one threads into a block. But yeah, loosen this, get it out, and then you should be able just to, spin the other one out. And if we're lucky, there's a date code on this, and I can maybe more assess the health or the last. Every time. Or the last time this thing's been really serviced. Like I said, the brakes on this thing are new. Or they look new. Let me get that line clip out. Or retainer. Which hopefully cooperates. Alright. Got that. Now let's see. Let's get the top one. That should be a 14. Take your vice grips and just clamp it onto the, whatever it threads into. Lack of better terms, I don't know what the heck it's called. And it looks like someone's done this before because it's bent over. And the reason I'm doing that, I don't know if you can even see in there. Let me just show you. I think I've shown it on every video, but where is it? You clamp the C-clamp or whatever, vice grip onto the block because it's just held on by like sheet metal for the most part where it threads into. And where's my 14? If you don't, because you're loosening, it'll just keep bending down, and you really don't want to put extra stress on, lines. So that works as like a cheater block. Oh boy, you're gonna be a pain. And I won't be able to get that on. All right, so we're gonna cut that line. Oh, please. There. Did it even have flow? I mean, it would if it's dripping. Yeah, decent. We got a date stamp. This tastes delicious. I don't know why I keep doing this. Not that I can see on this one, but all right. Hopefully get the ratchet on, and yeah, just loop. I need a deeper ratchet. Awesome. Well, will my wrench fit over? No. Yeah, that works. Like, there you can see if it picks. Focus. Focus on something. You're not going to focus. Anywho's, you can see it was starting to round off. Cut it off. Cut it off. Put a wrench on. You can get Torx on without actually rounding it, because if you round it, well, you're going to have problems. Then you have to have really creative solutions to put it on. Anywho, new brake line. Part number, if any of you care, the O'Reilly's. Crosses to, whatever, a Super Beetle or what have you. So, let's get this guy in. Why does that look funky? I don't know. I'm in my own brain hole. It's fine. It's probably because it's new looking. Yeah, I ordered the lines for a 68 Ghia, which they have the same rear end. And yeah, for some reason it gave me the wrong lines. So, yeah. Hence going to get a new one. Again, when you're putting this on, don't moon tune it. It just has to be big. Hydraulic lines just need to be tight enough not to leak. That's it. Like I said, if you look at torque specs, they're usually 15 foot-pounds at the most. And you can do that with a crow's foot if you want. But yeah, they don't have to be ridiculously tight. I mean, you guys can do whatever you guys want to do, but like I said, I'm not a fan of rounding things off. That's tight. That's on. That should be good. All right, let's move you guys over and let's start putting the rest of the system together, or the brakes together. Wheel cylinder. And I think those are always bigger for some reason. I think they're 8s. Yep. Like I said, it's most of my, hello, I walked into a Zoom. Like I said, it's most of my videos. Usually when they retap these or whatever, they end up doing an 8 instead of a 7. Also depends on manufacturer, obviously, but one of the quick ways to tell if, your system has been messed with or not. Let me hose off those threads, because they look like garbage. All right, wheel cylinder. Get this on. Boop. Line tight. Slide the bleeder back in. Leave it hand snug. Just because I'm gonna end up filling it, and well, usually what I do is I'll do all the brakes, obviously, well, fill the reservoir and then let it sit for a day and then come back and bleed it. Then it goes back out. All right, shoesies. All right, real quick, brake shoes. I don't know what's been going on with them, but the hole that the e-brake's supposed to go into never fits. So just get, I don't know if the coating they use or what, but I end up having to punch it out just a little bit to get that thing in. You don't want to go too aggressive, obviously, because, if you waller it out really bad, well, you might have more problems. But just enough to get, this thing in. Usually it's just one step up, and what's the one step up? Somethings. I can't even read that, it's so worn. 5/16, I think. But usually, one step on a bit fits in, and it's snug. It doesn't wallow it out. Because yeah, that's bad. If it doesn't, actually, it's not good is what I'm getting at. You got to make sure it's engaged. All right, clip. We'll actually install it. Not saying it wasn't installed before, but I don't think it was, or it wasn't installed right, or I don't know. All I can do is speculate on these things because I didn't do the work the first time. Other shoe, and again, I say it, I think every video, these are the only parts I reuse. For some reason, the new ones, you take the pins out, they get the wrong length, or the springs are wrong. I don't know, these always seem to work. If I have to replace them, I have a stock of decent ones, or newish decent ones, but it's the only thing I'll, like I said, reuse on a brake system. Everything else, springs, so on and so forth, will go new. All these do is hold the shoe to the backing plate. And the indentation. Good. Come on, get where you need to go. Perfect. All right, let's do springs. Where are they? Get rid of that one. E-brake cable, hook this up. Click. Spreader bar, we'll throw this thing in. New springs stay there. Come on. Spreader bar in. Let's get this top spring on. Spreader bar out, because I hate having that clip on that side. Doesn't affect anything. Or at least if it does, I've never noticed. Come on. Everything cooperate. This is the opposite of cooperation. All right. In, jiggles, wiggles. All right. Lower. Lower spring. Kaboop. Upper spring. There we go. Okay, check it. Tech tip vice grips, because I almost did it and brain started because I usually snap my fingers. Usually when you're pulling on pliers, your cup to get things, well, you got that gap. So when you slip, well, you just pinched all your meat. So let me get some vice grips. Yes, you can use a spring tool, but I find this stuff just this way just easier. Be honest with you. If it was a Chevy, then yeah. Ah, there we go. Hell's making noise with your mouth, too. That's on, that's on. Let me throw the little bloop clip holder. Clip holder on. And we'll be done with this side for now. Stop. Come on. Come on. There we go. Clip holder on. All right. Drum rebuilt. Let's get the drum itself. Make sure that slides on. That's good. Still need to adjust it, obviously, but that's at least on. And we'll torque it and, throw the torques to it and all that stuff. But this side, good. Let me do the other side real quick. I did get myself. Let me do the other side real quick, and we'll move on to the front. Like I said, the front looks like it has new line or new shoes or pads on it. So we're just going to do a line swap, and hopefully they come around. The only other thing would be if they are bad, we're going to put new calipers on, but we're trying not to. But let me rebuild the other side real quick, and you'll join me in the front. Unless developments happen, and then I'll do it on this side. Sorry about the background noise, but this side, fairly smooth. Got to replace the line. And just want to give you a tech tip. Remember, do your best flare and forget the fitting. Remember it on one side, completely forgot on this side. So, yeah, both the, couldn't get it loose, broke the line on both ends, so replace it, and we'll be back in business. All right, guys, driver's side's buttoned up, ran the nuts on, so on and so forth. Everything's soldered. They're good to go. I just got to adjust them in or out. Right now, looking over this, we're going to start with the master, because if I do snap any lines, well, we're going to have to replace them. So if I replace the soft lines, and, well, it turns out that it wants to, break at the master, well, we're going to be replacing them. I did, well, forgot to record, but I did break the front to rear loose already, because that was the one I did not want to replace, and I didn't want you guys, over my back. Basically, fire, heat, fire, heat, fire, heat. Rest of them, I basically warmed up, and yeah, we'll see if we can break them loose. I'm probably going to end up replacing both fronts, just due to the fact is I am not a fan of the way they look. Flashbang myself, that's cool. I say that because, here, I'll bring you in. This bracket right here, I mean, she's full cammed over. That line doesn't look great. Like I said, I already broke the rear loose. But yeah, this if it cooperates, I don't like it, because I'm going to have to force it back into a position to where it needs to be. And, well, honestly, the fronts, as much as I don't want to do, they're easy enough to do. The other thing with this side is this, I could play a tune on it. It's, yeah, fully over. Like I said, I'm going to have to finagle this one or move this one, and then I'm going to have to do the same thing with the other side. Just, nah, the other side's decent. But, like I said, I'd rather just replace them, get them to the right runs, get everything where it needs to be, instead of fighting getting them off, putting them on, and then having to tweak them and break them when I tweak them. I'm here, I'll just replace them as quick. They're, like I said, making lines isn't really that bad. I've done enough of it. Nice rust. This is the reason I don't like when you see a huge amount of undercoating, because I mean it looks good, but then you run across stuff like this, which is just sprayed to you know, oh, pop rivets, that's good. Nice vent hole up there too. I'm not picking this car apart, guys. The guy did really well on the purchase of it. It's just when I see things, you can always tell that it's, especially when it's thick, it's not there for protective purposes. Then again, I do restore these things, so it's a fine line of putting stuff places that it shouldn't be for protection and, you know, trying to, well, hide things. But anyways, like I said, we're going to replace the master. The front to rear is loose, which is phenomenal. I'm going to replace all these lines. Oh, this line came apart really easy. Is it broken already? No. All right, so I got 2 lines that cooperate. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to replace the master, get these lines out, and then put a new one in, and then we'll replace the lines and do everything that way. Because if we replace the soft lines, like I said, and say the outsides, you know, the joints to the soft cooperate, and then we get to this point and they don't cooperate, well, we're redoing everything we just did because we have to, you know, take them apart to put a new line on. Not ideal. So, good news, unlike the that Super Beetle, which I had to cut everything apart, at least I'm going to have 2 lines to hold this master in, at least orientation to get these bolts in through the firewall. So, and coming around this way, guys. Sure is. All right, let's see if we can crack this line. Or, you know, loosen it. Oh, man, you are tight. I'm going the wrong way. Am I going the wrong way? Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. Holy shoot! Yeah, that one's on there, so we'll just cut it. Like I said, I'm already committed to... Stop! I'm already committed to putting new lines in. The stop line. Stop line, I think, is smoked. Yeah, it's spinning. So we'll just break it off. Which is fine. Oh, did it finally break? Oh, it broke. It broke loose. That noise means it broke loose. That dog. That's good. Just make a mess. That's what floor dry is for. Anyway, let me crawl into this car, sausage my way, if you will. Undo the master, pull it out, throw a new master in, and then we'll be back to this point of reassembly and making new brake lines. Come on. Like I said, I'm not opposed to making the brake lines, just, you know, it is what it is. You make enough of them, you just end up not caring. All right, guys, real quick. Just pulled the master, and I don't know if you could tell that. Yeah, that rear seal's blown. So that's why we replace things. Like I said, could have been new at one point, just like everything else. Yuck. But unfortunately, it's bad. I'm going to see the new master. It's I don't think I got an empty unit anyway. But if you notice, there's usually air gap on these things. For some reason, the thing I fought with the other Beetle, or the the Super, I think they're just tapped too far down. Yeah, I don't know. I also didn't buy new switches, so I'm hoping these work. If they don't, swap them out. Not a big deal. But they look good, so hopefully they work. But let me get this all swapped over to the new master, get that installed, and yeah, be right back. All right, mildly real quick. Haven't thrown the master in because I have to replace the remote reservoir lines. You know, things that, or the rubber lines that plug into the top of the master. Those are shot. I think I made a comment in my other video on the Super that it's whatever, 5/16 line. Do not run fuel line. It's going to break down and you'll clog your system. They sell remote reservoir line. I forget where I get it from, but yeah, if it focuses, it'll say words. But yeah, pull that off, put this on, and you'll be, you know, as good as new to a certain extent. You don't need much. I think I order in vast quantities because obviously I do this more than anything else. But yeah, just pull them off, replace them, and you'll be, you know, it'd be more better, I guess is what I'm getting at, than trying to stop them from leaking if they decide to leak. So let me get those replaced. I'll throw the master in, and then we'll replace these lines, the forward brake lines. This, for some reason, is going a lot longer than I expected. I don't know why. Whatever. Oh yeah, we got to make more lines too. It's going good, and I still got to order that because I have not. All right, I'll be back. And this is now why I'm replacing them anyway. In the process of trying to get this end off, this end disconnected, which is up at the top. So that's great. Looks like we're replacing all of them. I was going to do it anyway because the top ones are painted, but I wasn't planning on doing it right now. I just had a razor blade. All right, well. Off, new one, slide that on, they're done. And throw this back up in a hole. Crap. All right, we're not gonna do that one. Again, a lot lower than I expected. This one feels tight. Probably gonna fall out, so that's good. You know, every 2-minute job, guys. Status update, things escalated. Yeah, gotta remove the gas tank to do, you know, soft lines. So that's fine. Good news is the gas tank wasn't bolted down. So that was easy just to pull out. And yeah, be easier to make this front line too. Yep. So let me continue with removing this stuff and putting new soft line stuff in because it needs to be done. I lost that razor blade again. And I'll get back to you, but yeah, just cut, remove, press fit. Could I run a, it's all yellow. Could I run, you know, just that soft line all the way down? Yeah. Would it be easier? 100%. Is that stuff expensive? Slightly, and well, the pipes are good. So we're gonna replace them all while I'm in here. Doink. What are you doing? Whatever. Anywho, I'm gonna try to get this line from up here. Just because I'm here and the gas tank's out. Probably not gonna work. Really, honestly, probably not gonna work. Not gonna work. We're just gonna say that. I'll crawl under. I have a lift, but why use it? Come on, go on. I know you're the right size-ish. There we go. Jeez. Yeah, now you see the reason we're replacing these lines. Oh, where are my cutters? Well, it's loose, so I can just spin it out. But yeah. Prime example of why we're replacing these things. Just because they're lock solid. Pretty sure I could save one fitting, but I have other fittings. You can't see what I'm saying. Anyway, let's get the other one out. Let me get the other one out. Make these lines. Connect everything, and then, yeah, we'll have at least brakes. Well, after it's bled. But we're on the final push. I get it, train. All right, got the passenger driver side undone or redid. It's on is what I'm getting at. I want to see if I can get hopefully this thing loose. Because it was tight before. Actually, we're not even gonna, we got a new line. We're not gonna fight it. Just gonna cut it and I'll impact it off. I know it's not that riveting, but I'm just gonna cut this and zip it off. Like I said, we have a new one. And I don't feel like fighting with it. Okay, we'll put that flashlight there too, because I mean, it's a good place for it. I just bought that thing too. There's a 14, right? No, it's a 17. I just did this. What am I thinking? I wasn't. There we go. Man, someone put the coals to that one. Don't you wish line replacement was all this easy? Oh, get out of there. All right. Let me bend up a new one of these guys. Weep, beep. And yeah, we'll get that attached. This clip doesn't look like it's doing a thing. All right, hard lines are in, tight, snug to the master, so on and so forth. Let's get, of course I grabbed the wrong size. Why can't I remember these things? Where's the old one? Or the new one? Shh. This is how you end up with so many freaking tools. Oh, no, it doesn't fit. What am I doing? Well, I guess it does fit. I don't know. Did that light just go out? It's dead. Great. Awesome, super. I got my other light over there. Anyway. Take this guy off. So, will we find date stamps on this? Ooh, error. All right, best I can tell, 2003 is on the hose. So, at least I had a brake job in 2003. Then I got undercoated, so, I don't know, 2010 maybe? Probably off the road since 2010. Maybe sooner, maybe less. That's at least a date stamp of what's going on there. Again, speculating because I have no idea. New brake line, boop, fronts, read it if you can. This should fit, I hope. Anyways, attach to your caliper first, because obviously you can't spin it. Give her some snuggage. Snug. Again, last thing you want to do is like really super wrench them down because, you know, you don't want to strip the master or the caliper. Get this line going. That's on. I think I said the master's tight. I went back and tightened everything. This speedometer cable is very annoying. A little more. Snug enough. I think I said it. Lines just have to be tight, not to leak. And if you look at torque specs on them, they're really low. So if you're reefing on them, yeah, you're probably over tightening them. That's good. Let's go around to the other side. Let's get that thing squared and buttoned away. And hopefully bleed this system, I need a 12 too. I need all this stuff. Why not? Why not? I don't have a plan. We never have plans here. Mice and men do not lay the best plans if you're in this shop. We think about snacks, beer, and, you know, break time. Not this kind of break time. Okie dokies. And of course, I forgot vice grips to get that clip out, because I didn't do that yet. All right, get this clip out. And again, this side is exactly, there we go, exactly like the other side, minus more room for activities. That's usually why I record on the passenger side, to be honest with you. It seems like, you know, I have more room to do things. Or less, well, what size are you now? What size are you? Oh, you had a date code on you. Oh, I might be able to retrieve something. This one is a completely different line. So numbers. If it was, it just got painted over. But yeah, this is a completely different line. So that's good. 17 mil on thing. I don't know. Maybe one line blew and they replaced just the one. And here's same thing, same brake line for this side. Boop. These were made in 22. So these lines were made in 22. I'm working on this car in right now 24. So you figure, you know, they sit around the shelf for a while, but it's pretty accurate to last time at least something's been done to the car. Tight. Soft line to that line. Come on, grab. Did you? You didn't. Goes in the other way because I'm a dumb. Smack that on. Ow. Clip, tighten this thing down, and it will bleed the system. I need a 12 because they're my nuts. Line fittings. On this one. Yeah, the line fittings I order, or whatever, you know, we'll just grab another wrench. The line fittings I ordered, instead of being a 11 millimeter, they're a 12 millimeter, but they're the same, what, M10 by 1 thread pitch? I don't know. It's just who I get them from. They work, and they're fine. Stupidest place for a master cylinder. Just saying that. Any hoose or reservoir. Anywho's, yeah, let me get this thing topped off, see if we have any immediate leaks. Just go in there. And, yeah, we'll start bleeding this. All right, now that everything's wet and I can't tell if it leaks, let's bleed this. Sounds like a plan. I need a 7. I had one up there. Anywho, like I normally do, I start at, you know, contrary to belief of everything ever, start the driver front. Scratch that. Passenger front on a standard either Beetle or Ghia, because the line comes out the top, and if there's going to be air, it'll be coming out the top. So starting the passenger side front, Why front? I don't know. Is where I've had the best success rate. For some reason, if I don't do the fronts first, the rears don't bleed. I think I say that in almost every video. So there's that, and that's the reason I do this way. So crack the bleeder. No immediate flow, but that's fine. Let me take this. See if we can just push the pedal from here. It would have helped if I like put the carpet back right. One. Okay, it didn't come back. We're off to a amazing start. Let's tighten this. I don't even know if anything came out, which it doesn't matter. Oh, it looks like something did. I gotta diagnose the pedal now because it's not returning. When I was in there, I honestly didn't even push it up or down. So, what is the problem? Oh, I have a flashlight on me. I'm hoping that spring's not broken. Hoping you're just not used. That spring's still attached. You're just crunchy. You're working, you're just crunchy. I have hair, believe it or not. Also, yes, I put rags there so I don't scratch doors. All right. You're gonna come up some because I gotta do you manually from the inside. You hit the other lock. You're still attached. Go on, crack the bleeder. Now I'm just gonna sausage my way in here and manually pump this thing. Hopefully we'll get a return out of it. Then I'll lube the pedals and everything like that, but this is, yeah, oh, it wasn't planned. Oh. About 10 pumps, let's see what we got. It's looking good so far. All right, ooh, let's do driver. Sucks that I can't see anything without having a pedal return. Because I do like to be able to monitor for, you know, obvious monitoring reasons. Oh, can I reach? I can't reach. Might put a string on it. Oh no, not that. All right, let's see if I can get this thing to come up. Oh, jeez. It's stuck. All right, pedal up. Whew. Can I watch this? Oh, big bubbles. More big bubbles. More big bubbles. All right, well, at least you can't see what I'm doing. I'm not in the most convenient position, but I can watch it, and I am watching air come out. All right, so that's good. Oh, door. Can I see from here? Barely. I don't know what's going on, guys. Said before, at least the pedal holds itself. All right, let me go around to the other side. Try to get the, let me go around to the other side, try to get the rest of the air out. Because, like I said, I'm bleeding off of a side port right now, and the passenger side front is a top port. So let's try that. Let's move you back too, son. I mean, all encompassing. Oh, it's the back forth, back forth, back forth, guys. It's always fun. Anywho, driver side, well, Wasn't bleeding the way I wanted to, so double checked. Like I said, usually if you're having problems bleeding, you left something loose. The front to rear, it seemed like it was leaking. So I snugged it down more than I normally do. So hopefully that solves it and we'll have bleeding. We'll have this side bleed. And then we'll come back over to the passenger side or driver's side. Yeah, let's see if we can get a fluid to come out of this side and bleed, because, you know, that's what we needed to do. What is going on? I don't fit. All right, hold on, let's see what's going on. That is a rock hard pedal. Oh yeah. There's fluid. Looks good. Snug this. Go around to the other side. Same thing. Yeah, that line. Yeah, that line was loose. It wasn't letting me build pressure. Like I said, you know, I know a bunch of people complain about, you know, bad masters, this, that. Granted, you just saw I had one. But usually if you're not having them bled and everything tightens, most likely you have a line loose. All right, let's see what this one does. Oh, so inconvenient. I can't even see that bottle. I like to see at least one side. Make sure I'm going in the right direction. Oh yeah, we're shooting fluid. Oh, it should be fine. All right. Jeez, they're good. Let's tighten it. Where did my wrench go? Hand tight. Hand tight, just stop the flow. Where did my wrench go? Did I take it with me? I did not. I did. Whew. Oh, all right, snug this down. Nice, good. Everything should be bled. Should hopefully have a pedal. The return, I'll, you know, spring back I will work on, but oh yeah, there's definitely a pedal because it's stuck to the floor. Those would be locked up. Can I spin the front? Ugh. Nope, barely. All right, we have brakes. So, next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this thing soak, well, hose everything down, let it sit for basically, you know, whatever, 24 hours. Come back, make sure I don't have any new puddles on the floor, put wheels, tires on, make sure we have brakes. And stuff is working, obviously, or the pedal doesn't go away. Plus, I want to soak that brake pedal so it hopefully freaking returns. 2 in a row without a returning brake pedal. Certainly couldn't be because, you know, water ran into it. That'd be a terrible idea. But if we have to tear it apart to fix it, good news, we just did that, or I just did that. So, all right. Join me in the morning with a update as far as do we have brakes. All right, guys, as promised, it is the next day. I let the car soak for, you know, whatever, 24 hours, 18, 12. I don't know what time I left to, you know, come back in. But the good news is I cleaned the floors before before I left, and I don't see anything new on the ground. So that's a plus. Let me get this thing in the air and take a look. All right, car's in the air. Brake lines feel dry, look dry. Everything's good. Nothing new on the ground, either side, which is nice. Floor dry. Don't mind the old stuff. I made a bit of a mess, but everything's good. Residual from the inside the bleeder, that's fine. Put the cap back on it. New lines are nice, they're on there. Man, I just caught that. I got a bunch of electrical to do in here. I don't know what they were thinking. Sorry about the background noise, compressor's charging. Same thing here. Residual gook. Everything else looks good. Brake light switches aren't leaking. I know you can't see, but that's all dry. Lines are dry, hardwares are dry, everything's good. Same thing in here, awesome. What is that? That's good. That'll be on the electrical special. Looking forward to it. So what I'm gonna do now is throw the wheels on, put this thing on the ground, and burps. Put this thing on the ground and see if we actually have brakes. I'm assuming, well, we'll find out together if I have a pedal or not, but left with a good pedal last night, no new leaks on the ground. I'm assuming there's still a pedal or something. I also juiced the hell out of that, the brake pedal. Maybe it'll return, I don't know. I just rebuilt the pedal cluster. I do not want to pull one out. So yeah, there's that. Also, I did find out that when I was rooting around yesterday, there's no firewall tin back there. You know, the one that goes over the engine? I don't have one. One that's supposed to go back here. It's missing on that engine. I have one on the fuelie down there, but same difference. So I actually put one on order because we're gonna do it. And also test the clutch when we try to move this thing, because I still don't know if that works, other than, you know, I can row the gears, but it don't do, you know, no load, so who knows? So there's the plan. Temporarily hooked up the throttle. Everything else is as it was when we got it running. So hopefully it still runs. I don't know. Threw a little Marvel in the baby bottle. So lube on things, if you will. As you can tell, red fuel color. So also see the consumption rate, if you will. But anywho, let me get tires on this thing. We'll get this thing on the ground. Run it backwards, run it forward, and yeah, maybe, hopefully cap this episode on the brakes, because I'm getting sick of brakes. Plus I need it off the lift, because, yeah, that's going on. You'll never guess what it's in here for. Brakes. Also, I don't need this on the lift to do electrical. It'd be nice. It might end up on the lift, but most of it on the ground. So let's get wheels on, get it on the ground, and let's see if this thing stops. All right, guys, we're off the lift. Pushed her back some. Yeah, hopefully this is going to be a fun and exciting first test drive in who knows how long. Ooh, excuse me. Still got the burps. Anywho, battery's connected, stuff's connected. Make sure I don't mute myself, because I probably will. Let's see what this thing does. Cold start. Yeah, we're sitting at 40 degrees. It's a bit creaky in here. It's weird I don't have any lights. Contact. Contact again. Why am I moving already? I'm in neutral. Smoke's good. All right. Do we have transmission? Went into gear. Do we have clutch? Whoa, way high. And brakes. Well, she stopped. We have reverse. Can we go backwards? We can go backwards. Oh, gotta pick up the pedal because I'm dragging. Don't hit the other yellow car. I can't see what I'm doing. Man, these brakes are good. Pick up the pedal, hit the gas, and stops. I say she stops, and pick up the pedal, and reverse. I can't see nothing out that mirror. I don't know why I'm looking. And, all right, second gear. We have second gear pull under Torx. Yes, we do. All right, good. Third gear, pull up the pedal. Third gear under Torx. Yep. And fourth gear under Torx. Hello, test light. We do. It didn't pop out. That's what I was going for. Back her up. Coming on back, boss. Coming on back. Lift the pedal. Be able to get my butt out of here. And I'm moving again. I am not in gear. I should not be moving. Anywho. Okay, so what did we learn? We learned that I can't get out of one of these things gracefully. At least there's no windshield. What did we just learn? The brakes work. Pedals up. Rolls easy. So that's a positive. Transmission, we're going to have to probably service because I think it was that 64 I did. I'm not sure, but I had the same issue. Neutral doesn't mean neutral, just, rolls. So we'll address that, but if you put your clutch in, it stops moving. So worn bearings, water, something on the input shaft is not happy. But anyway, brakes work. First test drive. That's good. Yeah, let me, I guess, reposition you, and we'll wrap this episode up because that's what I got as of right now. I'll be right back. All right, guys, 1972 Karmann Ghia. I guess we'll call it the first test drive in who knows how long. Runs, drives, stops. Click. Yeah, the engine's still the same as the last time we got it running. I haven't done anything else to it. So I'm impressed with it as far as engine health goes. Transmission, hopefully I'll do a service on it, but hopefully mileage will free up that. I'm thinking the input shaft, something on a bearing or the other things with the slideys, sinkers. Something's just not. When you're in neutral, it still wants to go forward, and I think that 64 did the same thing. But I haven't heard any complaints, so maybe it fixed itself. I don't know. I just know when I drained that one, ATF was in it. Whatever. Surprisingly enough, that car's coming back. Digressing, regressing back to this. The brakes worked phenomenal. The pedal, not so much. So I'm hoping it comes around because I really don't want to pull it. The clutch, it's going to need one. That's something I'm going to have to talk to the owner, obviously, about. I'll see if I can adjust it some and get a little more health out of it so you're not really taking that much of a shock of pulling an engine because I don't want to be honest with you. It works, it drives. I'd almost want to see, be honest with you, run the clutch life out of it and see if the transmission starts not having a fifth gear. So, that's just my advice because if the transmission goes kaput, well, I got to pull the engine anyway. And it works with the clutch currently. So, tomato, tomato. It's a phone call I have to have. But anyway, I don't know what I'm rambling on about. Brakes work, engine works, transmission goes forward and backwards. Clutch, debatable. And pedal clusters, terrible. So, yeah, I'm going to cap this episode. If you liked it, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. If you do, I promise you, we will chit-chat as always. Thanks for watching. Hopefully, see you on the next one.